Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my channel Revealing Concepts. In today's class, we are going to move on in order to solve the exercise that is related to the chapter Arithmetic Progression. If you haven't watched my previous video, which includes the introduction for arithmetic progression, please do watch that video. That would give you a clear understanding about various basic terms that are related to arithmetic progression and certain important concepts that would be further used in this chapter. So let's start with the first exercise, which is exercise 5.1, question 1. This question says that in which of the following situations does the list of the numbers involved make an arithmetic progression and why? So there will be a situation that would be given to you. You have to first form a sequence of numbers depending upon the situation that is given to you, and then you have to check whether the resultant sequence that you have got is an arithmetic progression or not. Now, how do you identify whether a given sequence is an arithmetic progression? For that, you need to know what is the first term, what is the common difference, and of course you would be having a sequence in front of you. So if you try to recollect what was been told in the last video, your first term would be the first term of the sequence, that is A. And when you talk about the common difference, which is actually the most important concept in arithmetic progression, it means that let's say you have a sequence A1, A2, A3 and so on. Now this is an infinite sequence, and if you try to take the common difference, that is A2 minus A1, A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3 and so on, and if all of these differences comes out to be equal to the same number, let's say D, then we call this D as the common difference, and the resultant or the given sequence would be an arithmetic progression. So now let us see whether the sequences that we would get are arithmetic progressions or not. The first question is that the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometers. तो अब हम देखेंगे कि यहाँ पे क्या दिया गया है कि फॉर द फर्स्ट किलोमीटर, फॉर द फर्स्ट 1 किलोमीटर व्हेन द टैक्सी ट्रेवल्स द फेयर इज रुपीज 15. उसके बाद फॉर एवरी एडिशनल 1 किलोमीटर्स, लेट्स से योर टैक्सी इज गोइंग टू ट्रैवल फॉर 2 किलोमीटर्स, देन द रिजल्टेंट वुड बी और द फेयर वुड इंक्रीज बाय rupees 8. So in this case, the sequence that we would get, for example, for the first kilometer, the taxi fare would be 15. Then for the second kilometer, the taxi fare would be 15 plus 8, which is equal to 23. Then for the third, or we can say not for the second, for 2 kilometers we can see. Then for 3 kilometers, if your taxi is going to travel for 3 kilometers, तो जो previous है, that is 23, उसमें you're going to add 8, and 23 and 8 would be equal to 31. Similarly, if your taxi is going to travel for 4 kilometers, then now it would be 31 plus 8, which is equal to 39 and so on. So the resultant sequence in this case that we are going to get is 15, 23, 31, 39 and so on. This is your resultant sequence. If you try to find the common difference, that is, if you try to subtract 23 from 15, you're going to get 8. When you try to subtract 31 from 23, again you're going to get the value as 8. If you want to confirm whether the common difference is coming out to be equal or not equal, you just have to calculate for the first 2 terms. You can see, when I say first 2 terms, you just have to calculate for 15, 23, 23, 31. So here if we see 23 minus 15 is 8, 31 minus 23 is 8. So the common difference, the difference is coming out to be equal. So we can consider this as the common difference, and that is why this particular sequence is an arithmetic progression. Now let us move on to the second question. It says that the amount of air present in the cylinder when vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. तो पहले तो एक सिलेंडर है और उसमें कुछ amount of air is present. We don't know how much that air is, but here the question says that the vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. तो जितनी भी एयर उस सिलेंडर में है at a time उसमें से 1/4 of the air is been removed. So whatever air is left out of that 1/4 is removed at a time by the vacuum pump. So when it pumps for the first time, जो भी टोटल एयर है उसमें से 1/4 रिमूव होगा. सिंस वी डोंट नो व्हाट इज द टोटल अमाउंट ऑफ एयर, दैट इज व्हाई वी आर गोइंग टू टेक इट एज x. सो लेट x be the amount of air in the cylinder. Now we have taken this to be the total amount of air in the cylinder according to the given condition. एक बार अगर वैक्यूम पंप करेगा तो इट इज गोइंग टू रिमूव 1/4 ऑफ द एयर दैट इज देयर. सो इनिशियली तो x होगा. देन इफ द वैक्यूम पंप इज गोइंग टू रिमूव 1/4, देन फॉर द सेकेंड, आफ्टर द फर्स्ट पंप, सो लेट्स से आफ्टर फर्स्ट पंप, the amount of air that would be there in the cylinder would be x minus 1/4 of x. मतलब जितनी भी एयर उस सिलेंडर में है उसका 1/4 तो निकल जाएगा. So 1/4 of the total would be subtracted from the air that is present in the cylinder. So we will get x minus x by 4. Let us take LCM. So 4x minus x upon 4, which is equal to 3x upon 4. So after first pump, 3x upon 4 is the air that is left inside the cylinder. अभी इसमें से भी 1/4 निकल जाएगी. So we can say कि after second pump, what will be the air that would be left? So जो भी air है उसमें से हम उसी का ही 1/4 माइनस करेंगे. सो नाउ दिस इज द अमाउंट दैट इज लेफ्ट और उसमें से ही उसी का 1/4 निकल जाएगा आफ्टर द सेकेंड पंप ऑफ द वैक्यूम पंप. सो अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू टेक LCM in this case. So first let's simplify a bit. Here 1 into 3x is 3x and 4 into 4 is 16. When you try to take the LCM, you're supposed to multiply the first fraction with 4. So 3 into 4 is 12x minus 3x the whole upon the 4 into 4 would be 16. So we would be having the common denominator 16. So 12x minus 3x is 9x upon 16. Okay. Now similarly after third pump, or this much is enough. We have got like 3 you can say terms of the sequence. So abhi jo sequence milega, resultant sequence, let me write it over here. So the resultant sequence that we would get in this case would be, first I have taken the entire capacity or the entire amount to be x. उसके बाद what we get is the leftover is 3x upon 4. Then we would be having 9x upon 16 and so on. Now let us see whether this sequence is forming arithmetic progression or not. तो उसके लिए अपन क्या करेंगे? We are going to subtract these two terms and these two terms. So 3x upon 4 minus x is equal to, again I'm going to take the LCM. So 3x minus 4x the whole upon 4. So that is equal to minus x by 4. Again, if you recollect your previous video, common difference can be negative, it can be positive, it can be even 0. In this case, we are getting minus x by 4. Now similarly, let us try to take the next common difference, which is 9x upon 16 minus 3x upon 4. So that is equal to, again I'll be taking LCM over here. So 9x and 3 into 4 is 12x, the whole upon, this is 16. So again 9x minus 12x in this case is minus 3x the whole upon 16. Can you simplify this further? So in this case, no. If you see both of them, you get two different values for the difference between the two consecutive terms. Now since the difference between two consecutive or successive terms is not equal, hence you can say, hence it is not an अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन. तो ये जो गिवन सिचुएशन है ये एक अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन का सीक्वेंस फॉर्म नहीं करता. नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द थर्ड क्वेश्चन. नाउ थर्ड क्वेश्चन सेज दैट द कॉस्ट ऑफ डिगिंग अ वेल आफ्टर एवरी मीटर ऑफ डिगिंग, if it costs rupees 150 for the first meter and rises by rupees 50 for the each subsequent meter. Basically अपन को एक we are supposed to frame a sequence for the cost of digging a well as per the length of the well that is been dug. तो अभी जो सीक्वेंस बनेगा वो सीक्वेंस बेसिकली कॉस्ट के लिए बनेगा. किसके कॉस्ट के लिए? जो वेल अपन डग कर रहे हैं उसके लिए. एंड दिस कॉस्ट वुड बी डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ मीटर्स और द लेंथ ऑफ द वेल दैट इज बीन डग. सो उन्होंने कहा है कि सबसे पहले मीटर के लिए फॉर द फर्स्ट 1 मीटर द कॉस्ट इज 150 रुपीज, एंड देन फॉर एवरी सब्सिक्वेंट मीटर, मीनिंग फॉर एवरी नेक्स्ट मीटर द कॉस्ट rises by 50. This is just like the first problem. So again I'll be solving it over here. So according to the given condition, the cost for the first 1 meter is rupees 150. Now since for the next meter, for the next 1 meter, so अगर 2 meters अपन डग करेंगे then the cost is going to rise by 50 rupees. So I can say that for 2 meters the cost would be 150 plus 50 which is equal to 200. Then for 3 meters the cost would be 200 plus 50. जितना 2 meters के लिए लगा, in that we are going to add 50, so we are going to get 250 and so on. So now the resultant sequence that we are getting is 150, 200, 250 and so on. Clearly if you try to get the difference of the consecutive terms in this case, so 200 minus 150 50 आएगा and 250 minus 200 भी 50 ही आएगा. So if you see the difference between two consecutive terms in this sequence is coming out to be equal, and that is why it is actually an arithmetic progression. So this particular situation is an example for arithmetic progression. Now let's move on to the last situation for this question. It says that the amount of money in the account every year when rupees 10,000 is deposited at a compound interest of 8% per annum. Now here rupees 10,000 is your principal amount because this has been deposited by you in the bank. The interest that the bank is giving to you is 8%. So this is your rate of interest, and per annum means per year you are getting the rate of interest to be 8%. So first year जो भी principal amount है उस पे 8% का interest लगेगा. तो वो मिला के at the end of the year you are going to get some amount. So now they are saying whether they haven't given कि कितने साल के लिए the money is been kept. We are supposed to calculate the amount that you would be getting after the end of 1 year, after the end of 2 years and so on, and whatever amount we get, we are going to form a sequence of that. So first you're going to start with 10,000, that is your principal amount. फिर after 1 year, that is for your t equals to 1, आपको 8% के इंटरेस्ट रेट पे, नाउ योर प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट वुड बी समथिंग एल्स. सिमिलरली उसी प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट के लिए आफ्टर 2 years what would be the value? You are going to see form a sequence and see whether it's an arithmetic progression or not. So for this, we all know there's a formula that's been known by you or taught to you in your lower standards, and that is the formula for compound interest. So the formula for compound interest is your A, that is the total amount that you're going to get, would be P into 1 plus R upon 100 raised to T. Now here your A would be the total amount that you would be getting for the principal amount that you have deposited at some rate of interest, and this is your time period T. तो कितने टाइम के लिए आपने वो बैंक में पैसे रखे हैं. So since rate of interest is always is in percent, 8% है, and 8% को अपन लिखते कैसे है, 8 upon 100. So R would be just the number 8 in this case. Now initially you know that your first term of the sequence would be 10,000. 10,000 से आपने शुरू किया, so this would be your first value of the sequence. Now when after 1 year, so when your T is equals to 1, we all know that the principal amount is 10,000. Your R in this case is 8 upon 100 and raised to T. So 10,000, 100 into 1 is 100 plus 8 upon 100. So that is equal to 10,000 multiplied by 108, the whole upon 100. 2 zeros from here get cancelled, 2 zeros from here gets cancelled, and now we get 10,800 as the value. So your principal amount after the end of 1 year becomes 10,800. So now the next amount that you get is 10,800. अभी ऐसे ही you are going to calculate for T equals to 2. Now again I want to tell you कि जो भी interest calculate होगा for your second year, that wouldn't be calculated based upon this. Whatever interest is given to you, it is calculated depending upon your principal term only, principal amount only, which in this case is 10,000. So for T equals to 2, or for 2 years, like after 2 years at interest rate of 8%, आपकी amount कितनी बन जाएगी? So again your principal amount is 10,000, your rate of interest is 8 upon 100, and your T is 2 in this case. Now let us again solve. We are going to take the LCM. So here we will get 108 upon 100, and since this is square, so can I write 108 upon 100, 108 upon 100 2 times because square hai. So 2 zeros from here gets cancelled, 2 zeros from here gets cancelled, again 2 zeros from here and 2 zeros from here. So we get 108 into 108. Now let us try to calculate the product of 108. 8 into 8 is 64. 6 gets carried. 8 into 0 is 0. Then 6, again 8, 0. Since 0 is multiplied by all 3 numbers, so ye mil jayega. Then here 2 places we are going to leave. 1 into 8 is 8. 1 into 0 is 0. 1 into 1. So here we are getting 4, 6. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1, 1. So we get 11,664. So this is your next term, 11,664. Now let us try to get the difference of the consecutive terms. So when you try to subtract 10,800 minus 10,000, तो अपन को मिलता है 800, right? Now let us subtract 11,664 from 10,800. So this is 4, this is 6, this is 16 minus 8 is 8. So here if you see, we get 864. So here 11,664 minus 10,800 is 864. Again both the differences are not same, they are different. So here the difference that you get of the successive terms is not equal, so it is not the common difference. And if it is not the common difference, then the AP, it is the given sequence is not an arithmetic progression. So students, in today's class we actually tried to identify whether, depending upon the given situation, the sequence that we get is an arithmetic progression or not. The task here is not to identify whether it is an arithmetic progression or not, because that is very easy. The task here is first to form the arithmetic, is to form the sequence, and then verify whether it is an arithmetic progression or not. So I hope you all have understood what has been taught in today's video. And if you haven't understood, you can rewind, you can go back and watch it again, or you can post your doubt in the comment section. And if you have really liked this video, then please share it with your friends and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and see you soon in the next video.